have come to the end of chapter 15. In the beginning of this chapter, we were told an analogy using a tree, how the tree symbolizes our attachment to the material world and how deep the roots are of it. The goal is to go straight to God, but we get disturbed or distracted by the leaves and the branches and so on, and the roots, and we get bogged down in the tree rather than just seeing beyond it. And we were given some descriptions of what the Creator is. It being abstract, we needed some kind of symbols, and we were given a few things. It's beyond the brightness of the sun and the moon, and so on and so forth, and beyond the Vedas, and it's ultimate knowledge. And we were given a few hints as to how to go directly to this Creator and not be distracted by the branches and the leaves. One of which is obtaining ultimate knowledge, and the other one is devotion. And we also heard where God resides in the last few verses. And now we are hearing the ending of this chapter. Krishna says to Arjuna that, look, you are special. I've given you this information about who I am. It's, even though he's telling Arjuna, the way it's written, it's not, I'm going to tell you and you're lucky. It says more in the general sense. One who learns from this, one who realizes who I am. It's not you, Arjuna. If you realize, it says one who. In other words, Krishna or the Bhagavad Gita is telling everybody, giving us all an opportunity. And remember the science fiction within our Bhagavad Gita with Mahabharata. Sanjaya is tuning his telepathic mind to Arjuna, and Krishna is tuning his telepathic mind to Arjuna and delivering this Bhagavad Gita in seconds. And that is being absorbed also by Sanjaya second hand. And that's how we have that knowledge, right? Through Sanjaya puts it down in writing. So it says at the end of the chapter that knowing this unique knowledge, it's precious knowledge, you can reach me. But there is a caveat. If you understood these things exactly the way I wish you to understand. And that's where the gap is. So if I read the chapter 15, having already read all the other chapters up to 14, I must know who God is, according to that verse. Then I will reach God, because I know who that person is, I've realized God. Not so. I have to perform my own uh, uh, penances, or I have to observe the discipline that is required. I know what it might be from all these verses, what God might be. But in order for me to actually realize, I also have to follow the disciplines that have been mentioned to me. I have to acquire the knowledge that is required and go through those three states which were mentioned in the last verse. Bhuvasvaha. I'm perhaps in between Bhur and Bhuva. The survival instincts constantly are pulling me back from going to the next level. Got to let go of the survival instincts. It's enough. I have survived. So I can really be detached to many of the things I own. If I get that wisdom, if I get that enlightenment, I can move on to the next level, and then the next level, and then really realize God. What that might be, I know the clues from these verses. So, and that is the way I understand this chapter.